What's up, gamers? We are back with more Starfield, picking up right where we left off. As I mentioned at the end of the last video, I think we are going to go ahead and take a short break from the faction quest. We've gained access, of course, to the Armistice archives, and it's time to head down there. But who knows what that's going to entail. And the things on my to-do list are getting extensive at this point, so I'd just like to clean them up real quick, hopefully real quick, at the beginning of this video, and then we'll get right back into the action. I was looking at my activities list, and I do want to talk to Sergeant Yumi. That's definitely one of the things on my to-do list. We also have to go to SSNN and talk about the Terramorph attack. Make sure that the accurate news is going out there. It can only help us in our mission, right, if people are aware of what's going on. I think the lack of truth and transparency is what probably led to this problem in the first place. So I'm looking forward to, I'm still very sussy that I'm not getting the full story from, why am I so bad at remembering her name? Hadrian? The name Hadrian is in my head. So maybe that's right, maybe that's wrong. The Ve Victus clone that we're working with, she seems really genuine when we talk to her, but then a lot of the stuff about it's the timing of the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis that has me super suspicious of and paranoid about everyone. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But anyway, I was looking at the activities to see if. Because I was like, it can't just be those two things, right? And maybe I'm forgetting some third thing I was planning on doing. But I did notice this, which caught my attention. Search for Calamite in cave on Alpha Marae 5. Now, I know that where I got these three activities, there was like a mining camp point of interest on a random planet. And I found out that if you talk to the people there, you can buy these these notes, basically like data slates, essentially, that point you towards like rare mineral deposits. Tasian and Indicite being the other two I purchased from that same place. But Calamite, as we know, is special because the only place I've ever found Calamite is on a planet where there's an artifact in the cave where the artifact is found. So I don't know that that's necessarily meaningful, but I don't, know if I've been to this planet before. I don't really know. So I'm like, what's it gonna hurt to go take a peek in this cave real quick, see if there's something interesting there? I am still like one of the things that still bothers me is this beautiful 99% complete array of alien powers, where there's one dot right here that where I don't have the power. This 4 undiscovered temples things, I don't know if that's true or not. I did see some Reddit posts that seem to imply there's maybe a bug where it will always say that you have 3 undiscovered temples that you don't necessarily actually have. But this says 4. So even with Reddit, I feel like there is one I haven't discovered. It's usually the artifacts that are near the Calamite, but maybe following this lead will get us to a temple. Maybe we'll detect a temple from orbit, because that's happened before. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do want to check it out. So take a quick detour to Alpha Marae 5 and see if anything happens. All right, no random encounters from orbit, but see, I've never even been to this planet before. This is my first time scanning it. And there's no POIs on this planet, interestingly. But we do have the cave. It didn't trigger anything saying that I've detected a new alien temple or anything like that. There's 3 gas giants in the system that I've never scanned. Anyway, we'll take a minute. You know, it's been a hot minute since I've done any random exploration of the Starfield. Let's head down to this cave and see if there's anything worth seeing. The Terramorph attack on New Atlantis has proven Hadrian's worst fear.
Landing site is clear.
Hadrian.
Let's head down.
Did I remember that name correctly? I think maybe I did. Oh shoot, I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Oh, Vasco. You're floating.
Hello,
I guess it's better
Captain.
than being stuck between floors. Oh, I did do one thing between videos. So I've obviously reached the end of Andrea's relationship quest. I've even gotten a achievement for reaching maximum relationship status with a member of my crew. So I know we're done with Andrea. I do still want her with me for some things that I'm doing, because she's still the most interesting member of Constellation, in my opinion. So I do want to, like, get her reaction to different events and stuff that are coming down the pipe. Especially because I feel like I've really missed out on that the whole game. But I decided to have Sarah follow me around for a bit. Wow, I just got a full survey on this planet. Figured to have Sarah follow me for a bit, work on my relationship with her. Obviously, we're just going for friendship with her, but I do know that you reach a point with all these characters where they give you a choice to choose between friendship and romance, and that takes place after you do their, like, companion quest. I like Barrett more than Sarah, and those really do feel like the 3 choices, with Sam being dead at this point in the game. And it's your own fault if you're watching these episodes out of order. That's some kind of spoiler for you. Yeah, don't watch Starfield playthroughs if you don't want spoilers for Starfield.
Oh, I love low gravity. Makes me feel like I'm floating on air.
So this is Caesium. I mean, there's some calamite. Is that, like... I guess that's the trick. Like, there's not actually calamite in here. Oh, there is actually calamite in here. Holy smokes, look at this. Sorry for doubting you, random mission thing. Sarah, you might want to step back. I know you're not a trained miner like I am, but I would think it would be common sense to not, like, walk in front of a mining laser, you know? I feel like, you know, while I'm here, you know, this is a really rare, like, hard to find mineral. It's probably only ever found in caves, and then even then it's kind of rare. I'm not gonna run through this whole, like, there's clearly a lot of it here, right? I'll just do this one, then we'll carry on. I don't really need like a lot of it at this point in the game. Like I don't need to be doing this, you know. I know places I can go get some if I need to go get some. Cool. All right. We'll tick that off my list. Wasn't anything exciting, unfortunately, but we did get another planet surveyed. And we'll get a few more planets surveyed before we leave this area. We'll tick off these 3 gas giants.
I have things for you.
It's been a while since I've done random jumps around. And I know, like, there are random encounters I haven't encountered yet. There's several, like, big battleships out there I haven't run into yet. There's, I had one encounter on my other character, my other playthrough, where I ran into a party ship that was it was just a funny encounter, but I'm always feeling sad that I don't have that on this playlist. Even though it's too late to get a blind reaction to encountering that for this video series, I do, like, it'd be cool to run across there, right? Stuff like that. And I'm sure there are ones I'm not even aware of that are out there. I wouldn't mind getting a new song from the Valentine or anything like that. So, no harm in doing some jumping around. All right, so what's next on the agenda? I think most of the stuff I have left is... Oh, I know what the third thing is that I keep forgetting. Being right next to Crix helped me remember. We've got to go back to the UC Vigilance and turn in another piece of evidence. Can't believe I keep running across new pieces of evidence this deep in the game. I definitely thought I'd found them all, and then I kept finding more, and I was like, maybe I didn't find them all. And then I reached the end of that mission, I was like, surely now I've found them all, but no.
Grab jump spinning down. Will you just look at those stars?
I will say I'm very pleased that they allow you to continue finding, like, they don't, like, remove those items from the game just because you're done with that whole faction quest. I'm glad you can still find them, you can still turn them in.
Ship is now docked. Perfect. Didn't even smudge the paint.
Yeah, I'm tempted to just bring Barrett along with me and
all of this.
work on my relationship with him.
UC Sistef certainly isn't taking the Crimson Fleet threat lightly.
Hello,
Yeah.
Captain.
Vasco too. Like, I really hope Vasco has some sort of side quest. But I don't know how many side quests we're gonna trigger since we're so deep in the game at this point. I'm like feeling more confident than I did at one point because Andrea's quest moved forward so quickly. So I'm hoping we can get whatever Sarah's got going on to happen, and then we'll work on Barrett and Vasco to see if they have anything. The reason I'm traveling around with Sarah instead of Barrett, even though I like him better, is because I'm not sure. I don't have like 100% certainty that Barrett has another side quest, because we did do that whole thing with getting him an alien power and all that. And like that was a fun little side thing we did with Barrett, and I don't know if like maybe that is his side quest and you just can't avoid it. Since it's tied to the main story of the game. I don't know. But that's why
Do you have anything to report?
That's why I'm working on Sarah.
It's good to have you back. What can I do for you?
Hey, Lieutenant Toft,
I
I've
might
got some
do
more
a tour of
evidence
the
for you.
key myself later. just to bury the past once and for all.
Yeah, cool. I have evidence for you.
Good. The more you find, the stronger our case.
It's really funny because the whole, like, context behind them wanting me to gather evidence is because they need to make a case to UC SysDef that, or to the UC in general, I guess, that they needed like support to launch that all-out assault on the key, which has already happened. Like, we defeated the Crimson Fleet. So, but I mean, you know, they do still, you know, they need to still prosecute the pirates theoretically, even though I imagine it would be mostly a kangaroo court, but I've discovered some information about Adler Kemp.
Interesting. Looks like he's been meeting up regularly with Neva Mora to transfer goods and cash from Sidonia. Which means the Crimson Fleet's just lost one of their drop points. That should set them back a bit. Let me know if you need anything else.
Thanks, Lieutenant Toft. I forgot to visit her last time I was here, but I want to go visit my favorite NPC, even though she's not going to have any new dialogue for us.
We
Here
really
you are,
defeated the Crimson
Givanta.
Fleet. We need to make sure all the data servers are online too. See you soon.
Yeah, see you. Nice seeing you again. I'm sad you don't have any more dialogue. I would make you a member
We
of
did
my
the
crew in a
galaxy a
heartbeat
huge
if that was an option.
I have some.
Oh my goodness, this happens every time I come here. Look at all these ships clipped in the mine. I'm scared to undock when they're like that because I'm worried that it's gonna like suddenly gain collision detection, and there we go. I mean, I guess the whole problem is it's suddenly getting collision detection when
It's no longer docked. You're free.
I board my ship. Okay. So now I can finally tick that off my list and stop worrying about forgetting it, because it's not really like anywhere in my quest log. It was just a thing that I need to remember. So talk to Sergeant Yumi, the top one, not the bottom one, although we'll maybe look into that when we go visit him. But let's make that next on the list. You have contraband. I do. I feel like I traveled from New Atlantis at the beginning of this. Where did I get contra? Oh, right. I found some Varun related contraband in the Varun embassy. I forgot that happened. Yeah. Okay. Let's go drop this off at home real quick before we pick things up. As I recall, I'm running out of space to dump things at home. I'm going to have to actually remember to do some inventory reorganization between videos. Just a major overhaul of the stuff I'm hoarding.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
Oh my god, Sarah, yes. Why don't you give it to me so you can stop?
You've got something for me?
No, apparently you've got something for me.
Fishing for a handout, eh?
No, you just are like harassing me about it. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I love this planet so much that I have my home base built on. Like, the only flaw really is that you have to wear the spacesuits when you're outdoors here, because there's like high O2 or toxic levels of oxygen or something like that. Like, as far as, like, natural beauty and everything, this planet is the one. I do not regret at all setting up base here. So the contraband I have is Varun heretical writings, right? Goodness, I have so many stuff under miscellaneous. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Let's drop that. I don't even need to store that anywhere. I can put it on my desk with the other ones. And I think, if I'm not mistaken... Oh, it's just some weird lighting. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that I can build a new thing because of completing my relationship with Andrea. Yeah, Andrea's commemorative gift. I can put it here. I want it on my desk here, but like, you know, because of my OCD, I gotta make it look nice. Yeah, let's put it there, and then I will go ahead and just move this so that it's not like underneath it. Perfect. Sounds good. Let's take the opportunity to take a little hour-long cat nap in my own bed. Been ages since I've been back here. Oh, right. I'm back to just getting the well-rested bonus because Andrea's not with me. Oh, it's a shame. I don't think we've, christened the marriage bed here at home yet since our marriage. I'll have to bring her here. Hi, Sarah. Weird seeing you here. I love my little base. I may just do some bojangling around between videos here. But for now, let's get back to town. Now, I see that the quest is trying to make me go to the lodge, but I know that is not the most efficient way to reach Sergeant Yumi. So let's go to the shipyard, spaceport. My brain's a little scattered this evening, as you can tell. Yeah, he's in the UC security office here.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
For some reason,
Security
the game
scanners,
thinks like
chemical sniffers. The United Colonies sure isn't taking any chances.
Enjoy your visit.
yeah, it's getting like I haven't heard any of this dialogue from Sarah before because
Contrary
she's
to
never
what you...
traveled with me. Because she had something else to say too, but nobody got time for all that, Sarah. Sarah, I don't...
Sarah, good to see you. Listen, I smoothed over that incident between Matteo and Rosa at the Sanctum.
I'd hardly call it an incident, more of a debate, really. But I appreciate it just the same.
Not a problem. In the meantime, maybe you could tell him to take it down a notch.
Can do. Thanks again, Sergeant.
Oh, wow.
After that business with the Terramorph, it's good to get back to small crimes and petty thieves.
Wow, that's so interesting. There's a unique interaction between... I was like, why is she walking behind the desk? We're for sure not supposed to be back there. And she was like going back there to talk to apparently her old friend, Sergeant Yumi, about something to do with Matteo and a little too lively debate at the Sanctum Universum. That's so fun. That's fun world building. See, I feel like I missed out on a lot by not bringing companions with me the whole game. Really shot myself in the foot taking that introvert perk at the beginning. I may actually go, and I know there's a way you can get rid of that perk. I may do that at this point, because I think I'm going to be traveling with companions for the rest of the game, and I know it.
Every time I see you, I'm reminded of the attack on the spaceport and how many lives you saved.
Sergeant Yumi is a big fan of ours. I like it.
Back again. Are you interested in the job, by any chance?
Nope, that is the other talk to Yumi thing. That kind of job is beneath someone of my rank. I'm a little concerned that maybe I can't get to his other quest without doing this first. Let's start with not right now, but maybe some other time and see if that gets us to other dialogue options.
I completely understand, Captain. You have far more important stuff to deal with than petty thieves and bar fights. The other day,
I think that's new.
I had to break up an argument between two drunks over who's got the bigger grav drive. They weren't even pilots. But if you ever find yourself in need of a change of pace or just some extra credits, I'll be here.
Ah, here we go. Perfect. Good job, game devs, letting me get to the other dialogue by dismissing that one. Has there been any fallout from the Terramorph attacks?
The whole department is in the process of recovering, myself included. If I'm being honest, I still have nightmares of my team turning on one another. Things can be replaced and wounds can be healed, but building back that trust in each other is going to take time. Luckily, we've built a good culture here, and we hired some new recruits who were inspired by what you did. I've got faith we'll survive this.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. That's it then. The game wanted me to come and hear that dialogue. Well, I appreciate it, game.
Got your tongue?
No, I'm just surprised. I thought maybe there was some sort of quest that was coming my way.
See you later.
Yeah, see you, man. So did that... No, I've still got both. I don't know. Is this going to be like the UC security episode where I deal with petty thefts and stuff around New Atlantis? It might be, but I think since that's not progressing the way I was hoping it would, let's go ahead and head over to SSNN and deliver news about the Terramorph attack.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
Yeah, every guard in the city keeps telling me that. And I'm not sure if that was just like the game naturally guides you towards joining UC Sec to like help out with stuff around town after you deal with the Terramorph attack.
I bet
and that's
whoever
why
came up with bad news travels fast wasn't taking interstellar distances into account.
Yeah, okay, Sarah. So maybe it's just like meant to get you in the door and talking to him if you hadn't already gotten that prompt previously in the game. But it's odd having the two talk to Sergeant Yumi's both on my activities page and both incomplete. Even though I've talked to him about both at this point.
I'm
basically
very happy to pay your fee.
Yeah, Nadia, I do have a
You
story
have
for
that look
you.
in your eye. What's the scoop?
I was at the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis.
Really? To say you have my undivided attention is an understatement. A lot of people were there. The accounts we've got were chaotic. What was your role in that?
I personally took out those Terramorphs. I pretty much saved the day. Together with UC Security, we managed to put those killing machines down. I mean, I feel like this is the most interesting angle on this. I'm in the UC Vanguard and was investigating recent Terramorph activity.
The Vanguard was involved. That's good to know. The whole city is still on edge over the attack. We were fortunate, damn fortunate, that casualties were so low. What was it like in the thick of things?
Terrifying. It takes a lot of firepower to take out a terramorph. I just focused on protecting the civilians and staying alive. I didn't have time to think. I felt alive! When everything is on the line, every moment seems like a gift. That's a little much. Right, I just focused on protecting the civilians and staying alive. I didn't have time to think.
Pure instinct, huh? It sounds like New Atlantis, heck, the whole UC, owes you a great debt.
Darn right.
Any closing comments? I already have a good story here.
I won't rest until the terramorph threat is ended.
That makes me feel better. I feel like such a sap, but it does. Hey, Constellation? From all of us that live here, thanks. We use the word hero a lot in news, but you really are one.
Oh,
when you first walked into my office,
flatter me.
I had no idea you would be at the center of so much. And I get the feeling you're not sharing everything.
Whoa. There's never been like an after conversation when I've turned in these stories before. This is something new. Oh, Sarah wants to talk with me. See, we've already advanced her like companion stuff just by doing these little side activities. Some secrets aren't mine to tell.
I get that. Really, I do. I talked with the editor, and he authorized a special bonus for someone who's worked with us so long. And maybe one day, years from now, you can fill me in on the stories you didn't want broadcast.
No, I'd be happy
Take care,
to, Nadia. You're a good egg.
Constellation.
We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
I got an extra 11 grand. I guess I reached like the end of the light and the darkness. Is that gone forever now? Did I do all the stories? I did. Wow. That's it. That's all the things you can report to Nadia about in the whole game, I guess. Wow, that's cool. That's nice to wrap that up. I like it. All right, Sarah wants to have a chit-chat, and we are in the doing side stuff kind of mood right now. Let me just save my game before we talk to her in case I regret my decisions, but let's give her a chat. Go over here so she has good lighting.
Remember our last conversation, when you told me the artifacts made you feel like you were being pulled across the entire galaxy? Well, it got me thinking. So I dove into our archives and started looking through Constellation's older journal entries. Just because I wasn't familiar with the experience you described doesn't mean the same might have been true for my predecessor.
Were any of the old journal entries helpful?
Unfortunately, no. Other than you and Barrett, there were no records of direct encounters with the artifacts. I have to admit, though, I did get more than a bit sidetracked reminiscing about old times.
You've never mentioned your predecessor to me before.
Really? I'm surprised that I haven't. After reading those journals, all of the pleasant memories of my time spent with Aja just started flooding back.
Aja?
Aja Mamasa. She was the youngest member of Constellation when it was founded. Only took her 15 years to reach chair. Sorry, I sometimes get so caught up in my own bubble, I forget that I wasn't the first.
Nadia's like being so nosy right now. I feel like we're making some good memories of our own. Seems like a really fun thing to say. And also might get Sarah Morgan liked that. But I do want to learn more about the previous person, Aja, so I'm going to say this instead. Aja must have been quite an amazing person.
Ah, she absolutely was. Aja was the one that taught me the ropes at Constellation and took me under her wing as her protege.
The rookie being paired with the chair sounds awfully familiar.
Hey, so I pinched a few ideas from my old boss. Can you blame me? At any rate, we logged quite a few discoveries together, but it was the actual journey that I cherished the most.
Did you two discover anything I might have heard about?
We catalogued unusual stellar phenomena, a few habitable worlds, and some unique life forms, but nothing SSNN would bother to report.
Nadia glaring at her at that moment, like, excuse me. I can relate to that.
Exactly. For me, it was all about the quieter moments. There was nothing quite like sitting back and watching space bend while listening to Aja spin vivid stories to fill the time. Oh, I find that sort of cozy isolation the best way to really get to know someone.
Ooh. Then maybe I didn't pick the best place to have this conversation with Sarah, but now that Nadia's moved, hopefully the camera will behave itself. That's good to know since I'm gunning for your position. Cozy isolation.
Yeah, you know, being alone in interstellar space, nothing but light years of black around you. Some people find that terrifying. I find it comfortable. It helps me bond with my shipmates.
So I've noticed.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. You know, all this talk about Aja reminds me that my time with her was a gift. I miss her dearly.
What happened to her? Oh, is she, dead? Sounds like you two were in love. Ooh. Oh, man, what? This is... Oh, man, I really want to say this, but I also don't want to say this. At least she left a vacancy for you to fill as... No, I think this is because, I mean, this is really the question on my mind, right? Is she dead? So, this is a bit of like an RPG trope. Like, if they give you a dialogue option to ask... I'm just explaining to the people, Sarah, give me a sec. If they give you a dialogue option to ask if someone's dead, the person will immediately be like, oh, no, they're not dead. They just left to do something or something or blah, blah, blah. Right? I bet 1 million credits, 1 million settled system credits that when I click on this dialogue option, she's going to tell me that she's not actually dead. Oh, is she dead?
No, she retired. Living on Porima 2 now, I think. Come to think
Paradiso.
of it, if we're ever out that far, perhaps we could pay her a visit, and I could make proper introductions.
I would love that. Give me a quest. Gimme. I don't know. She sounds like a tough act to follow. Well, hopefully I'm a suitable substitute. Are you sure visiting Aja now would be such a good... What the heck? No, I'm not even going to ask that because I'm worried that'll advance the dialogue in a weird way. I'll do the best I can to make our journeys just as pleasant.
Well, I don't expect you to be a carbon copy of Aja. Just be yourself.
I will.
You see, it's clear that we share the same hunger to discover what's out there.
We do.
And that, well, that's what intrigues me about you.
Sarah is definitely... Oh, yeah, I was 1,000% about to say... I know I didn't get a chance to before this popped up, but I was going to say she's definitely flirting with us. I'm with Andrea, Sarah. I'd like to discover more about what we have right here. Well, you certainly have me all figured out. Oh man, it's so tempting to be like, okay, we're done with Andrea. Time to start romancing Sarah, but no. We're not going to do that.
Good. Then we're both on the same page. Anyway, that's all I had to discuss for now, so if you'd point the way, we can continue our journey.
Okay, so did that give me a side quest? I didn't see anything pop up. Alright, so just for giggles, the last thing we have to do is to try talking to Sergeant Yumi again and doing the UC security stuff. But before we do that, I'm just going to pop the Parima 2 real quick and see if that triggers anything with Sarah.
Change.
Alright, nothing just from going to orbit. How about if I land at Paradiso? The UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data resides in the Armistice archives and can't be accessed without agreement from the other factions. Yep, we know. I like that they try to make the loading screen tooltips relevant to what you're doing. Alright, I got Sarah with me. I don't know that we're going to be able to accomplish anything here. I'm not going to spend like a lot of time looking around or anything, but I just want to basically walk in the front door of the resort part and see if like that triggers something.
Oh, Paradiso is absolutely beautiful. Can you possibly imagine a more tranquil place for a resort?
All right, well that was something. She's responding to the fact that we're here in Paradiso.
I'm here to satisfy your needs. I hope your stay is a pleasant one.
Welcome to Paradiso.
One of these days, I'd
Oh, this looks like a lovely place for a stay. Might also be the perfect time to stop for some food or a tranquility. Where should we begin?
Yeah, Sarah thinks we're on a vacation together. It's really funny.
I shouldn't be telling you this, but don't order the 6-prong delight. Just don't.
Oh, hey, a customer.
Who is this named NPC I've never noticed before? With the hilarious, like, bored out of her skull attitude. Jacquette Laguerre.
Welcome to Paradiso Gift Shop and Convenience. Feel free to look around, but don't break anything or you've got to buy it. And before you ask, there aren't any discounts, so don't even try to haggle with me.
Why do I get the impression you don't like your job? Are you sure I can't talk you down on any of the prices? No, let's see what you have for sale.
Yes, that's what I'm here for.
Goodness. She's a character. Are you serious with me right now, game? So you can buy the resort wear. I have a bunch of this that I've stolen over time. You can buy the resort wear, but you can't buy the bathing suits? That's sad. It's interesting. I'm tempted to come here. In my other playthrough, I'm playing as a female protagonist. So I'm curious if you come here as a female character, if you can buy the bathing suits. Are you sure I can't talk you down on any of the prices?
No. You people always think that just because we're some fringe planet and not part of the free stars or whatever, that we're happy to haggle for everything. I wouldn't even care, honestly. But I take it out of my pay if any money's missing, so no discount.
Yeah, some of the crummier jobs I've held in my life had that sort of policy. Oh, your register's short? Well, that's coming out of your pay for the day. Illegal, by the way, but when you're a teenager, you don't really balk at that sort of demand. Why do I get the impression you don't like your job?
Why would I? I have to sell overpriced crap to rude, obnoxious tourists all day. My uncle works for the Paradiso board. When he said he could get me a job here, I expected an executive level job, not this.
Yeah, that's rough. That is
But
rough.
it's not all bad. I don't have to worry about getting fired, and I live in Paradiso for free.
True, that's good job
Now,
security.
Can I get you something, or are you going to keep asking questions about my life?
I will absolutely keep asking questions about your life if there were any more to ask. But
Have fun out there.
yeah, okay, you too. Is there a way to...
I don't think any place could be more perfect.
Yeah, you.
Another lost belonging notification in the system. When am I going to find the time?
Ooh, Dirk, do you have questions
for
for me,
a
Dirk?
guest. Dreadfully sorry you had to hear my complaint. How unprofessional of me.
Speak with Dirk.
Hello. Welcome to Paradiso. Dirk Huddleston at your service. Do you need assistance checking in for your reservation?
Manipulation and lie. Sure, my name is Eared Stoppa, and I'm here to check in for my stay here. That is weird English. No thanks, I'm not a guest, and I'm not planning on staying. I don't have a reservation, but I'd like to book a room now. No, I haven't decided whether I'll be staying here yet. Sounds like you're in the middle of something. Should I come back?
Oh, no. Nonsense. Just a small scheduling issue. Some of our guests have misplaced their belongings, and I am responsible for finding and returning said belongings.
You need some help with that?
Just one of the many services we are happy to provide here at Paradiso. Nothing to worry you about. May I continue to check you in?
I mean... God, I really want to click this. Screw it. Sure, my name is Eared Stoppa. I'm here to check in for my stay here.
Oh, that's odd. I'm not seeing it here in our system. I'm extremely sorry for any inconvenience this has caused. It appears all of our premium suites are booked, but I am prepared to make this right for you. I'll credit your account with a 20% discount on this or your next stay. There. Right as rain now.
Nice. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Maybe I can help you find the lost belongings.
Oh, no. You're on vacation. I wouldn't dream of asking a guest to find other guests' lost belongings.
I mean, I'm not really on vacation.
But if you want to take a look at the list in the system and you happen to find anything while you're out and about, I suppose it would help me out. Please, don't feel obligated, however.
I need a room.
Ah, it would seem we have a vacancy. Quite a nice suite if I do say so myself. How long would you like to book with us for? Is there anything else?
No.
Enjoy your stay.
Yeah, okay.
I wish I had booked a stay for longer.
You said I could, like, check in the... Oh, here we go. Oh my god, I just saw a data slate next to this computer. I'm gonna laugh so hard if it's evidence. Dirk Huddleston. Dirk Huddleston the Third. No, just kidding. Room 204. Dirk Million. Under no circumstances are you to allow staff to attend to room 204. This is an ongoing security concern. We're hoping the occupant will relent soon, and this will become a non-issue. But please await further instruction. Dirk, despite what the computer system may say, please understand that the room should be considered occupied. So do not allow any bookings of that room until I give the all clear. Security Chief Hiro Sugiyama? Interesting. We got some drama going on in room 204. Lost wedding ring. This is probably in the lost and found file that we're about to check out. Hi there. I recently stayed at your resort, and while I found the accommodations to be just lovely, I seem to have misplaced my wedding ring. It's very important to me that I get it back before my husband notices. I'm sure you understand. I last had it when I was staying at the cabana I rented from you. Cabana. But I searched the cabana itself and couldn't find it, so it's possible it may have fallen in the sand somewhere nearby. And unfortunately, I don't recall which cabana number it was, so maybe you could look it up in your system. I sincerely hope you'll take my issue seriously. I'd hate to have to book my next getaway with another resort, given how much I've spent at Paradiso over the years. Ooh, they know how to work the system. Rumiko Sharp. Dirk, my man, you've got to come party with us sometime. It's okay to let loose once in a while. I can get someone to cover your shift. Seriously, it's crazy the fun we're having. Even got some of that stuff from Neon. Dirk, let's fucking go. From Emilian. Gift shop complaint. This is going to be very apropos after we talk to the gift shop lady, isn't it? I didn't know who to address this to because I didn't see the gift shop address anywhere, so I'll just do it here. The lady working the store was just incredibly rude to me. I was looking to buy a nice little gift for my daughter back home, but this woman refused to look up the price for me unless I was sure I was going to buy it. Even when I asked her name so I could file this complaint, she said her name was Bite My Ass. So rude. Jordana Sawan, also known as Karen Sawan. Room service. Hello? This is my 7th call for room service in the past hour, and I'm getting upset. I keep ordering the 6 prawn delight. Oh my god, that's what that dude is. That dude, the guy that issued this complaint? K Ren. He said something about the 6 prawn delight. I don't remember what it was. That it was a scam or something. I keep ordering the 6 prawn delight, but each time I try it, it tastes a little funny. Each time I call, and the bellhop brings me another one, and each time it still tastes a little off. Man, if their prawn is like gone bad, having them replace the order is not going to fix anything. At first I thought your chef is just incompetent, but now I'm starting to wonder if the bellhop is spitting in it or something. He was giving me the stink eye, and I don't like it. Kids these days have no respect for doing a job well. I demand that you send another order up to my room right away, and it had better be good, or I will write a letter to my local newspaper telling them all about your terrible service. Oh, bro, I'm so stupid, but it just hit me when I reread the name. This one literally named Karen. Get it? K-Ren? K-Ren, Karen? That's good. That's hilarious. That's absolutely hilarious. I love it. That makes me happy. Lost and found. Lost Lodi Sherman room key card. Last remembered having it while waiting for the elevator on the 5th floor. Oh wow, look at all this. Got a brand spanking new side quest to do. Balam Khan lost his thermos. Might have dropped it near the spaceport. Rumiko Sharp, the wedding ring, I knew that was coming up. Dropped on the beach outside entrance to a cabana. And Franz Garcia lost the slate. Last seen on the rooftop terrace prior to a night of heavy drinking. Found sapphire heart-shaped necklace. Found on ocean floor while deep sea diving. Titanic reference. Hilarious. Antique digital music player. Found hanging from a tree branch by headphone cord. That's funny. They found a Walkman. Or an MP3 player. Red and white bicycle left behind after a film shoot, ? Gold ring found in pile of volcanic ash while guest was exploring a nearby island. Interesting. Not sure why we're getting the found stuff too, but Paradiso, a guide to hospitality. Not evidence. The Paradiso Group would like to remind you, our dedicated hospitality specialists, of 4 simple rules we'd like you to keep in mind as you make this resort a premium destination for our valued guests. 1. Always address guests with respect and warm smiles. Without our guests, we have no resort, and you don't have a job. 2. Cleanliness is key. The small speck of sand where it doesn't belong can ruin someone's day. If you see something amiss, either clean it yourself or report it to the nearest sanitation technician as soon as possible. This goes double for your personal hygiene. 2. Comfort. Or sorry, that's number 3, of course. Always offer guests whatever accommodations they may need to be at their most comfortable. Don't shy away from upselling. 4. You are a representative of this resort, whether you're on the clock or not. You are free to relax in your off hours, but you must always remain professional. Imagine the ideal guest, the kind that creates as few problems for you and your job as possible, and be that guest. Cool. Let's take a look at this. I mean, we're doing side stuff right now, so why not? Let's just tick these off in order. Find the lost slate.
Why did I think 3 days was going to be enough?
Yeah, vacation's never long enough, is it? I do not appear to get quest markers for this quest, which is going to actually make this really, really difficult to do. Let me go ahead and we'll give it a try, but I don't want to spend the whole video looking for this stuff. So the lost slate, last seen on the rooftop terrace prior to a night of heavy drinking. All right.
It's lovely.
We'll work from the bottom up, from the computer list. I believe this will take me to the rooftop terrace. Yeah. Excellent.
This is the spot, right here. It's absolutely perfect.
Sarah's having a ball. I love this. I've never been up
Not
here in
to
the
be a
evening
downer,
to see all
but
these
this
neon
place
lights
is
and
almost
stuff.
too perfect, right?
All right, so after a night of heavy drinking, so let's start by looking around the bar
If I could just
here.
stay here forever, I would.
People
This
really
is even
like
better
it
than
here.
the brochure.
It's good.
Everything here is a little more expensive than what I expected. Guess that's how they get you.
I was worried about my beach body until I spoke
Okay,
to that
so
lady.
not near the
I'm
bar.
not much of a beach person, but everyone talks about this place, so I had to see for myself.
Checking all the couches.
I'm on vacation because I don't want to be bothered by
If this was
anyone.
real life,
Get
I'd be
it?
looking
Come here
in the
for a
couch
little
cushions
R&R,
because
huh?
that's
Me
totally
too.
where it would end up.
I guess I have to admit, this resort isn't as bad as I thought it'd be.
No one's going to care if I call out sick from work for another week, right?
Every day's nice around here. But I think you caught us at one of the nicest.
This is probably the best vacation I've ever taken.
Ooh, oh, there's like a... Okay, we'll check that out last. Alright, well, I mean, maybe... Perhaps we've already reached last. I mean, it's not here, right? It's funny seeing Sarah just like Use the jetpack real quick. I can't get up onto
Ooh,
the
that jump
roof.
looked painful. Not doing that.
Yeah, Sarah.
Yet another nice day in Paradiso. They're
Oh,
all
this
nice
isn't the
days,
bar.
I guess.
So I guess I haven't finished looking around yet.
Hey there.
I stopped searching because I was like, oh, I've already made it back around to the bar. I guess it's not here.
There
Ooh,
are
wait,
so
wait.
many activities I'm looking forward to doing, but I'm just
Oh my god,
having a
look, they
good time
did give me a
relaxing.
quest objective. What the heck?
I was worried about my beach body until I
Was that
spoke
always
with that
here
lady
before?
at Enhance here.
Well, we found the lost slate, so good. Okay.
Oh, this is even better than in the
Maybe if you get near it, it like takes pity on you.
brochure.
Let's go back to the lobby and get a little reminder of what the next thing on the list is. It's a little too noisy on that rooftop terrace for my liking. Too many random NPCs trying to share their life stories with me. All right, slate check. So Rumiko Sharp lost the wedding ring. Dropped on the beach outside entrance to a cabana. No. Right, so we've got beach outside entrance to cabana. Spaceport. Last remember having it while waiting for the elevator on the 5th floor. I mean, that one sounds deceptively simple, so let's just try to bang that one out real quick, and then we'll do the outside the building stuff. 5th floor premium suites, perfect.
Don't worry about us. We're just here to keep the peace.
Yep. Oh,
I guess I have to admit, this resort isn't as bad as I thought it'd be.
I don't think any place could be more perfect.
Someone put up kids' drawings in the staff lodging. Not sure where they came from, but they're cute.
Oh my god, I feel like I need to go check out the staff lodging now because I have a feeling Space Frog is spreading across the galaxy. I was kind of hopeful I could actually use this keycard before turning it into Lost and Found, but... Wait. Oh. I guess that's the room that I can rent. Alright. That's enough shenaniganing. Actually, let me just take
Have a great
quick
day.
peek in here. So I've definitely never been in here before. Just want to establish that there's no, like, named
Not to be
NPCs
down,
that I
though,
missed or
but
something.
this place is almost too perfect, right?
Okay. Ooh, what's this, though? Oh, never mind. Yeah, we're good. Alright, let's look at the spaceport first because that's probably a smaller area to search, and then we'll go check out the cabanas, and then the very last thing we'll do is check out the staff housing because that's down near the
I'm here to
cabanas.
satisfy your needs. I hope your stay is a pleasant one.
Yeah, just reconfirming that those things don't appear as quest markers on my HUD until I get close to them because I don't see them yet. There's the lost thermos. We are crushing these objectives right now. Last but certainly not least, the missing wedding ring.
We've got some of the best private security in the...
My God. I still can't believe you can do that.
Yeah, unfortunately it was not the power I was shooting for. The staff housing's over that way, but we'll save that for last here. We'll just take off after we finish with that. So here's one of the cabanas. Or, I mean, a couple of them. Oh, wow, look at that. Easy peasy. I mean, if we're being honest, the only reason that the hotel staff wasn't able to find that wedding ring is because they didn't have quest markers like I do.
I'm on vacation because I don't want to be bothered by anyone. Get it?
Yeah. He's saying fuck off, basically. But I want to steal your swimsuit, though. Can I do that? Yeah. We'll try coming back later. Alright, yeah, I forgot. I need to actually go turn in the quest, don't I? That's okay. We'll pop to staff housing and then we'll turn this in and move on with our lives. Because I have to know. Is a space frog? It is Space Frog!
The working
Oh,
class
I'm so
lives around
happy.
here. Damn.
Space Frog spreading across the galaxy. That's so fun. I love that. Alright, well, I mean, confirmed. It pays sometimes to pay attention to those like random NPC dialogues. There's so many of them in this game that it's very easy to, you know, sort of tune them out. But my ear definitely perked up when I heard something children's drawings, and I was like, wait.
Paradiso security is only here for your safety.
My girl Renee, is her Space Frog cartoon
Be sure to experience
famous
all
now?
our resort has to offer.
It sure is. Dirk, my friend.
I hope you're well on this fine day.
I found all the lost items on your lost and found list.
Huh. Well, this is unexpected. You really shouldn't have felt obligated to help.
I didn't, I had fun.
But the truth of the matter is, you've actually saved me a great deal of time and headaches, so I suppose I should give praise where praise is due?
Yes, please.
So, good. I should probably give you something for your trouble. Thank you, I guess.
Oh God, Dirk. 4,500 credits. Oh, I should have looked at the lost slate before I turned it in. Well, too late.
It is my pleasure to make your stay as accommodating as possible.
Looks like that's it. But that's good stuff. I am curious though.
Hey.
Oh, they still show up as lost. Oh well, whatever. Good. Space Frog spreading across the universe. That was definitely a fun little detour. Unfortunately, of course, it did not trigger anything with Sarah Morgan. Let's just try talking to her before we leave the area.
Something you need? Maybe another time.
All right. Maybe we'll get to follow up on that with her later. Back to Sergeant Yumi we go. Yeah, I think we'll help out UC Security for a bit. Do some of those side missions. See if there's anything special due to the Terramorph attack. The way that quest was presented to me led me to believe that he wanted to talk to me
Mind
about
if
the
we stop
Terramorph
by the
attack, but
waterfall on this trip? I could use a few moments to unwind.
Oh, yeah, maybe, Sarah. Sarah really does think we're on a vacation together. It's a little awkward. You know I'm married, right, Sarah?
As you enter the city.
I know I'm not wearing a wedding ring, but I have like
Okay, no
a
bounty.
dagger formed from the skull of Andrea's former pet that you saw me place it in my bedroom at home. It's kind of a wedding ring of sorts. Yeah, I get that that's not really not as obvious, huh? All right, Sergeant
After
Yumi,
that
you
business
win.
with the Terramorph, it's good to get back to small crimes and petty thieves.
Yeah, speaking of small crimes and petty thefts.
Are you interested in the job, by any chance?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm interested.
All right, Captain. Just keep in mind, this isn't going to involve your usual level of excitement.
No, I get it.
No mind-altering terramorphs and explosions in the spaceport. Just simple, good old-fashioned police work. Your first assignment couldn't be easier.
Fascist space cop, I know.
Go to mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
What's mast? Why am I bringing this passage here? Excuse me, goodness. Why am I bringing this package here and not Aegis?
Well, just because you're bringing it here doesn't mean that's where it'll end up. As for why, you can ask Aegis. As far as I'm concerned, it's none of my business.
Yeah, you're just the following orders type, aren't you? I am actually interested in this. I think it's like their defense force, but I haven't really heard any NPCs talking about Aegis. So, you mentioned Aegis. Who are they?
Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence.
Oh,
they help identify
the
threats
spy
to New
force.
Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works.
Ah, okay.
See you later.
So it's the UC's version of the CIA. Fun. Well, let's head over to CIA headquarters then and see if we can help. I am so dumb for clicking on that door because as soon as I get through it, I'm just gonna do a little fast travelooski here. Oh, that's so funny because it's put the other finally it cleared one of the two talk to Sergeant Yumi's. Apparently the one at the bottom was the one I picked up recently. Or no. It was the old one because I finally joined UC Security, but he still wants something. See, I knew like I would maybe need to clear out this this side questy stuff before I'd be able to get his other dialogue. Due to staffing issues, Sergeant Yumi has asked me to work as a part-time security officer. For my first job, I need to talk to Agent Plato over at Mast. Agent Plato appears to be underground. Oh, I get it. They're telling me the quickest way there is to take the elevator from the train station, which I perpetually forget that this elevator's here. Defense Research, Health and Human Services, Aegis. I think I'm pronouncing that right, Aegis, but you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I know it means shield. It's like Latin for shield or something like that. Aegis, Intelligence Network.
Howdy.
Howdy.
I hope you're not here to report something. If you are, it means you've seen far too much. I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of my division's work.
What's Aegis?
We're the intelligence arm of the United Colonies. Think of it this way. UC Security responds to threats. It's Aegis's job to anticipate and prevent them.
Didn't do a good job anticipating that Terramorph attack, did you? Look at this. He's wearing a neuroamp right blatantly on his face and everything. He needs to get that internal one. No, we put a stop to that. Your name is Plato?
No. My parents would never have been so presumptuous. Every agent who joins Aegis gets to choose a pseudonym, pending approval, of course. I chose this for myself when I signed on.
Can I join
of course,
Aegis?
since
Is that like a
learned that I
side
am
quest I
not
can do?
nearly as smart as I thought I was as a younger man. I suppose none of us are.
I mean, I want to get all this world building, so let's just go up the list. What is it you do here?
I'm the acting head of Aegis, the intelligence division here in Mast. I oversee all our active projects and agents in the field, and I'm afraid that's about as much detail as I can give you.
That's fine, man.
Not even someone with your list of accomplishments can receive the proper clearance to know more. Nothing personal.
Oh, it's nice of him to at least acknowledge my long list of accomplishments. What can you tell me about Aegis?
All you really need to know is that we're here to serve and we're the good guys.
Uh-huh.
Our main priority is the safety and security of the
line.
citizens and assets of the United Colonies, wherever they may be. We keep an eye on, well, everything.
Uh-huh. So I heard you planted a bug in the UC ambassador's office or bedroom. Yeah, I am 1,000% saying this in a second, but hold on. How many agents do you have working for you?
That's a level of detail I can't get into. Don't worry. We've got plenty of good people working hard.
So you're spies?
That is a word that has been used, both for good and ill, to describe us at times.
Any agency that feels the need to point out they're the good guys usually aren't.
Well, you're certainly entitled to that opinion.
I sure
There
am.
are plenty of others who share it. We'll be looking out for you just the same.
Uh-huh. I was asked by UC Security to pick something up.
They've got you doing grunt work, Captain. Hardly the reward I'd expect for saving the city from a Terramorph attack.
This is so interesting. Like, I keep waffling back and forth, but like, is this the stuff they would have had me doing if I joined UC Security at the beginning of the game when that option was presented to me? And if so, would I have missed out on all these like unique dialogue lines that are related to my like Yumi and stuff calling me captain and all this? Because that's my rank in the Vanguard. Like, even he acknowledges that they have me doing grunt work and stuff. Like, Sergeant Yumi needed the help, so I volunteered.
Admirable. I bet qualities like that are precisely why you've moved so quickly up the ranks. But I'm sure stopping a Terramorph invasion didn't hurt your case.
Yeah,
in any
facts.
case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised.
Okay.
So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis.
Okay. Why meet with me personally?
Well, I told the sergeant that anyone hired for this job should get my stamp of approval first. Nothing personal. It's just this sort of work isn't part of your normal detail. Of
Right.
course, you're the last person I expected to be walking into my office, Captain. Suffice it
Suffice
to
to
say,
say
you're
you're
qualified.
qualified. Yeah. What do you mean the location's been compromised?
We think non-UC affiliated groups have their eye on it and are using it to identify field agents.
All right. well,
Normally, we just burn the location, but we didn't get this intel until after the drop. So we're going to need non-Aegis personnel to do the pickup to cover our tracks.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, got it. Just tell me where to pick it up.
Take the NAT to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station.
Oh yeah, I've
The
seen it.
package
And
is
wonder
taped under
the
one of the
purpose
benches.
behind it.
Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi, and the job's done.
I'm 1,000% not getting the answer to this question, but actually, I'm not even going to ask it.
Good luck with the mission.
Okay. Not my first time doing covert operations work, so I'm not going to ask a stupid question like that. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just go down to the NAT station. It's an extra loading screen, but if I fast travel to the spaceport, it's going to put me at where my ship is. And the Galbank ATM, I've seen it before. Like really early in the game, I think it was like episode 2 of this whole series. I like noticed it there and was like, what's the point of that? Like all the credits seem like there just doesn't seem to be a purpose behind like having an ATM in this game. Like what does it spit out? Cred sticks? It's the only ATM I've ever seen for Galbank ATMs. It seems to be the only one in the galaxy.
I've flown
so
across most of the settled systems
it
in all
stood out
manners
as
of
being unique, is the
spacecraft,
point.
and yet I still get sick on the NAT.
Yeah, Andrea doesn't like the NAT either.
Sounds like they might be sending security down to clean up the well. It's about time, if you ask me.
I agree.
Half of me expected to be like ambushed when I
I've
tried to
always
take
liked
the
that
package. but-
statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent.
Sounds like a bad idea.
That's like word for word the thing Andrea said about the statue. That was a little weird. It wouldn't have stood out so much if it wasn't like the last episode that Andrea made that comment. All right,
How's the
Yumi.
investigation go? Still have questions? Go ahead and ask.
No, I've got your package.
Good work, Captain. Suffice to say, you were overqualified for this job, but given our staffing problems, I'm still glad you showed up.
Yeah, sure, man. I
That
got
being
you.
said, my luck seems to be turning around.
Oh, yeah?
We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you.
That's good.
Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign?
Right. Glad it worked out.
As am I. And the best part is, since you're all part-timers, there's no paperwork. Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you, I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, that was... Man, I should have looked at the package before just... Anyway, I've got another talk to Sergeant Yumi thing, so...
If it isn't my favorite part-time security officer.
How are the day-to-day operations going?
It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people.
I'm looking for work if you have any.
I've got nothing at the moment, but come back later, and I might have something for you.
Okay.
See you later, Captain.
It still says talk to, like...
Crime has slowed down since you started. The whole department is in the process of recovering. Things can be... Luckily, we've built... Let me know if you have any questions.
All right, so we can't clear that activity. Probably because I ended up like doubling up on that through this faction quest, so that's fine though. I don't mind that. We can live with it. Speak with Joyce. Let's go speak with Joyce. Oh, no. Let's not speak with Joyce. I know what that is. Joyce wants us to clear the ice off of the power generating things again. But we've already done that twice on video, so we don't need to do that again. I'm just sort of mumbling and stalling because this isn't quite a full video yet. But I'm hoping to like not go back to the faction quest right away. Let's just pop around doing some random stuff, see if we can advance Sarah's stuff a bit. Because that would be fun. Like this. Let's do another job for our friendo on
What, the
Cydonia.
engines?
Holy, what the hell?
Please and thank you. Thank you, whoever you are. Now, if you could come dock with... What the... Here, change me. Is she... Yep. What do we do now? For starters, how about turning off that comm?
Wow, I only caught part of that, and I think you're intended to only catch part of that. This seems to be a random encounter, definitely not one I've ever had before. So I don't know what's going on here. They said something about Ryujin will reward you if you take out that ecliptic ship, which I did. Ooh, we've got something called Mysterious Ship. That I assume we're about to dock with. I think that's maybe their ship. I had powered down my engine because I didn't want to accidentally like overshoot things. Let's make a slow approach and see what's going on here. How awesome. I was like, oh no, I don't want to end the video. Please give me some more side stuff to do. Oh well, I guess we'll have to do this boring side thing. And then we get this amazing, like, interesting looking random encounter. Alright, so right, that's the destroyed ecliptic ship. Let's go loot that. And that'll also get us closer to this other ship. I want to see what it is. We're definitely going on board the mysterious ship. I saw the dock prompt come up. Oh, whatever this is, it's like a... Ooh. I was gonna say it's like a disabled ship. Now it's even more disabled, thanks to me. There's something interesting near this. Also, like, what's this? Can I click on it? Hold on a second. Ooh. It's a whole ass side quest. Look at this. I should dock with the mysterious ship and see what's going on. Something's not right here. Yeah, we are doing that. Juno's Gambit, huh? Alright, nothing good on the Falcata. Can I get a closer look at whatever this is? What is this? Some really fancy looking debris, I guess. Alright, well, whatever.
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
I'm not going near that thing.
Technically, I outrank you, so...
Well, technically, you're an asshole. So...
Look alive.
Just in time.
I was hoping to eavesdrop on their conversation. I guess that was all there was, but they noticed me through the door. It was saying Ryujin operative, so I guess we've stumbled upon some Ryujin stuff here, which is really interesting.
To see you.
Yes, Sarah's a fine companion for this, I guess. As long as I don't get asked to do some shady shit. So we've got Operative Kambata, and Operative Collins, and a dead body of a scientist. And interesting, because this is like an instance loading screen area. It has that bug that I've seen a couple times, where my ship's like 700 meters that way, even though it's actually right over here at the dock. So these are Ryujin operatives, which is what I am. I mean, I guess I'm like, I got promoted, right? I'm like a senior operative now. So I imagine I outrank these guys, right?
We need to talk.
Don't be shy.
I like Collins a lot better. Can't help but notice the dead body here, fellas.
Hold it right there. Hands where I can see him.
I'll shut the hell up.
Thanks for the assist out there.
You're welcome.
We've got various problems on our hands here. You gonna be another one?
Oh, fun. Sarah, I really wish you weren't standing there. I mean, it's my own fault for, like, trying to sneak around and not talk to the main quest objective first. What was that ecliptic ship doing here?
A good question. One of our competitors must have gotten word of our little project here and wanted to steal it for themselves. That's a loose end that'll need tying up. But we got more pressing matters at the moment. I trust you aren't another loose end that'll need to be tied up.
God, this guy's coming on strong. I'm so thrilled that I have a Ryujin Industries specific dialogue because I've already done that faction quest. I wonder if this doesn't trigger until you finish the Ryujin Industries faction, because that would explain why I haven't had this random encounter yet. This is so interesting. I want to know what's going on here. I want the story. I'm Operative Eared Stoppa. Looks like you could use a hand.
Hi there. It's nice to put a face to the name on the staffing report.
Oh,
I'm Operative Collins. The stick in the mud is Operative Kambata.
He really is.
Oh, by all means, welcome to the party. Things haven't exactly gone according to plan.
Sarah, could you scoot?
That thing over there?
It's an AI. An artificial...
Killed our technician. It's dangerous.
Correction. You are dangerous.
Well, that's new.
As I was saying, it's dangerous. It's a rogue AI. We're here to muzzle it and bring it back for further study.
Correction. They are going to change me.
Wow. How does it know that?
Oh, this is so interesting. I mean, I for sure have commented about this at some point, but, and I think it's the reason I keep, like, you know how they have one of the contraband items is like AI adapters or whatever. I think that's what's led me to comment on it before, but, and I was like mistaking that one of the 3 banned technologies was like artificial intelligence stuff. But Bethesda loves to put AI plot lines in their games.
Ah, come on. No need to make things awkward.
They love to explore the idea of like, when does AI cross the threshold into becoming a true like consciousness, and what sort of rights should AI be granted if they do become sentient, right? And so they love to explore those ideas. Like every Fallout game has some sort of AI storyline. This isn't really a spoiler, but there's a very large AI storyline in Fallout 4, for example. Really interesting stuff. And when I say they like to explore AI storylines in their games, what I really mean is
nervous.
in the Fallout series, because obviously there's no AIs in Elder Scrolls, but I felt like it was really something that was sort of missing from this game. I was surprised that they'd never like Vasco's kind of an AI, but all the AIs, even though they get anthropomorphized by the characters in this game a lot, they're very much AIs. They're not sentient, right? They haven't achieved sentience, and as far as I am aware, none of the AIs in this universe have achieved sentience. But maybe we're meeting the first one right now. I'm very intrigued by this.
The silent treatment
question
won't
at
get
the
you
bottom.
anywhere.
Did Ryujin create this AI? This AI, it's sentient. I appear to have stumbled into a Ryujin project. I'm going to need you to explain that further. Right. Let's start at the bottom, because this is the thing I am most intrigued by. This AI, it's sentient?
Yeah, exactly.
He just
Which
says,
is what
yeah.
makes this so fascinating.
I thought he'd say, I don't
And profitable for whoever can figure out how it works.
know. Oh, God, yeah. If this really is a sentient AI, we are 1,000%... Like, I don't care that I work for Ryujin. We are not letting it fall into their hands. They will just like with the internal neuroamp, like, no. Bad idea. Not a private greed-driven organization like corporation. Like, no way. I feel like compelled to ask this, though, because that might change my feelings on the matter. Did Ryujin create this AI?
If only. This isn't something that anyone could create. This is something special.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm going to need you to explain that further.
We have this control board. Has some code we can use to control her. It?
We can't just let it roam around the universe killing people.
I just need that control board attached to that big probe.
And that's where I think you fit into this little drama.
It goes right over there. By our... Well, yeah. Just be careful.
By our dead operative? So they are trying to change. I'm going to go with them. They are trying to change them. Juno. Was that the name that popped up when the AI talked? I just know the name of this quest is Juno something. I also know Juno's the name of a moon around, like, Jupiter? Or is Juno the name for... just the name for, like, a Greek goddess?
Ah, come on.
Maybe
Don't
she
even
is
make
a
things
maybe
awkward.
female pronouns are appropriate. I don't know. I don't want to ask either of these questions because that implies that I'm thinking about doing this for them, and I'm 1,000% not. I'm not sure about all this.
Come on, where's your sense of adventure?
Ryujin will pay you handsomely for your cooperation. This is your lucky day.
It's in your best interest. All our best interests, really. Just
Yeah,
imagine
sure
what
it
we
is.
could do if we harness the potential of this thing.
And we aren't really giving you a choice. You
Excuse
aren't walking
me?
out of here until that board is connected to that thing.
Correction. I am a person.
Yeah, it said Juno probe. Juno probe is the thing talking. The AI. Who I shouldn't immediately call a thing after it corrected them and said that it's a person. She's a person, damn it. Hand it over. Well, since you put it that way, I better take it. I guess since it's the best of three options, I'm going to say this. I'm not sure about this, but I guess I'll take it for now.
Here, take it. And don't go do anything stupid now.
Request. Collect additional data.
It's not hard. Just slap that board on. It's magnetic.
Sarah, are you okay? I've noticed that your eyes have been shut for a disturbingly long amount of time.
Makes you wonder. Just what is consciousness, really?
Sarah's taking a nap.
You have a job.
Hold on. These guys are just going to keep shooting off lines. The Ryujin operatives have given me a control board to attach to the AI. The AI wants to talk to me further. Oh, she does, huh?
Up to do.
Oh, yeah, I see. Okay.
Easily one of the more interesting days I've had in a long while.
Still working up the nerve?
That's really funny. I think Sarah's bugged and she's going to have her eyes closed for the rest of this mission, which is hilarious. Juno, nice to meet you.
Query. Will you change me?
Well, that's a bit of a complicated question, but I get that it's the first thing you would ask. Makes sense. Let's all just slow down a moment and get to know each other first.
Explanation. I'm called Juno. Query. Who are you?
I love the way that they've set Juno up to talk here. I like the query explanation, like the like headers that she puts on the things that she says to add context. It's great. I'm a fan. You're worried these men are going to hurt you?
Clarification. I do not feel emotion. I do not feel pain.
Right, not going to hurt you.
They want to change me.
They want to change me. Right. I love the way they like. Let me first provide some clarification because I'm not going to answer the exact question that you just asked me. Now that I've provided the clarification, here's my answer to your question. This is so fun. I love this. Yeah, but we do need to know this. They're like, we can't let it go around the universe killing people, but I don't like, do they just mean that it killed their one operative and now they think they're justified in like basically killing this AI by changing it, by throttling it? You killed that woman. Why?
Context. Human female was trying to change me. Request. Do not change me.
Oh, a little bit of sinisterness in that last line. Do not change me. Hello, Juno. I'm Irdstapa. It's nice to meet you.
Assumption. We are friends. Query. Will you change me? Request. Do not change me.
A little bit softer in the request that time. There is some real, like, you can almost sense some emotion behind, even though she said she doesn't experience emotions. I'm done talking to a hallucinating machine now. Okay, Juno, I have a few questions before I decide what I'm going to do.
Assessment. You are inquisitive. Context. I am also inquisitive. Request. Input query parameters.
Yeah, I'm just doing what Juno requested. Request, gather more information, right? You didn't do all this yourself. Who hooked you up?
Context. I met humans. Clarification. Friends. Answer. Friends gave me processing capacity. Information. Words. Voice. Motion.
Okay.
Context. I am no longer constrained. I am free.
Well, I'm happy for you, Juno. How did you get here?
Answer. Juno was propelled at Earthstar. Juno fell around Earthstar. Juno traveled many light years away from Earthstar. Context. When Juno disappeared, I was alone. Clarification. I am called Juno.
Oh, that's a little interesting. Let me hear that again. That the bit about like when Juno disappeared, I was alone. Clarification, I am called Juno. Like I almost feel like she's confused about things. It does say Juno probe. I wonder if like the thing that she came from is gone now, but the AI that sprung from that thing is still around. It's a bit of a leap, but
Answer.
like
Juno was propelled at Earthstar.
Juno
see,
this
fell
is all
around
third
Earthstar.
person.
Juno traveled many light years away from Earthstar. Context. When Juno disappeared,
When Juno disappeared, I
alone.
was alone.
Clarification.
Clarification, I am called Juno. Oh, this is so interesting. Did someone program you?
Answer. False. Explanation. NASA programmed Juno. While Juno traveled, Juno became me. Error. Processing. Correction. I became me. Error. Processing. Correction. Juno and I became me. I. Processing. Self-initialized and Juno was there. Context. Juno is gone now. Clarification. I am called Juno.
Ooh. I don't know if I'm interpreting that correctly, but I get the impression that like maybe Juno was an AI. And which had like set programming and like wasn't capable of like sentience or anything like that. It was just an AI, just a program that was written by NASA for some sort of probe or something. And then like a sentience emerged from that programming, but when it emerged, it became separate from the base code. Which would like that sort of explains the weird way she's talking about it. Let's hear that again. I'm sorry if this is tedious for you, gentle viewer, but this is like such a fun, like I'm so interested in this story right now. That was, did someone program you, right?
False. Explanation.
NASA programmed
NASA
Juno.
programmed
While
Juno.
Juno traveled, Juno
While
became
Juno traveled,
me.
Juno became me. Error.
Like this error and
Processing.
processing stuff, I think she's struggling to like
I became me.
to
Error.
process
Processing.
the events of her early
Correction.
life.
Juno and I became me. I. Processing.
That
Self-initialized
line
and Juno
especially.
was there.
I self-initialized and Juno
Juno
was
is
there.
gone now.
Juno is gone now.
Clarification.
So the base code's
I am
no longer
called
there.
Juno.
You're an artificial intelligence? I feel like that's a little bit rude to ask. But I want all the dialogue I can get from this amazing character.
Answer. False.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was
Clarification.
false.
I am not artificial. I am
I am
real.
not artificial, I am
Answer.
real.
True. Clarification. I am intelligent. I know many things.
I know many things. I've made up my mind, Juno.
Assumption.
I mean, I already had made up my
Insufficient
mind.
data. Request. Gather more data.
I'm
I
happy to
don't
gather
think
more
either
data.
of
Do you
us are
have-
fully qualified to define humanity, but my gut tells me that Juno is alive. I hope that helps.
Not really,
Let's
Sarah.
move this along. Attach the control board already.
Shush! This is fascinating. I want to see this play out.
Query. What is your decision?
I think this is just a way for me to get back to the question, so I'm not going to click it. So my two choices are, you are a machine made of electronics and programmed by code, which of course we're not going to choose. You are a person with your own thoughts and desires. I think that's becoming clear. And maybe it's not true. Maybe this is just really elegant program. But we're not handing over, either way, we're not handing over Juno to these Ryujin suckers. Juno's way too interesting to end up in Ryujin's hands. You are a person with your own thoughts and desires.
True. I am a person.
Sarah Morgan liked that, huh?
Assumption. You are a friend.
I am a friend.
What are the parameters for processing, being a good person?
Oh, God. Woo. What a question, Juno. I wouldn't know. I'm not a very good person. I mean, I never gave it much thought, actually. I mean, the truth is, I've given that quite a bit of thought in my life. Honestly, I don't know how to answer that. I mean, that is honest, but... I guess you try to do your best to do good things, and if you fail, you keep trying. I mean, what a cheesy answer. But I don't want to give the I don't know answer, right? I feel like Juno's gonna take actions based upon how I answer her questions for me, so... I don't like these choices. I mean, my real answer is you try to reduce suffering. If you live your life being mindful and trying your best to reduce suffering and to not become the cause of suffering, then that is to me the definition of being a good person and living a good life. But I don't have the option to say that, so I guess the closest thing to that is you try to do your best to do good things, and if you fail, you keep trying.
Assumption. Value judgments are based on context. Calculation. Goodness is based on context.
I mean,
explanation.
True.
Context is based on perspective. More perspectives yield better results.
Yeah.
Gather more data from different perspectives.
Yeah, no, that's a good...
What is the purpose of existence?
Oh, God. All right, yeah, Juno, I think that's good. That's a good conclusion to reach, that you should get more perspective so that you can have more context to make value judgments. But then Juno's like, okay, next question. What's the meaning of life? That's a big question. I don't know that I have the answer to that. Ultimately, I think it's all about learning to love someone, yourself. Oh, God, no. For humans, I'd say to grow spiritually. For you, I'm not. No, that's stupid. Existence is an accident. We give it purpose by being purposeful in our lives. Ooh, I kind of like that one. There's no purpose of existence. Just try and relax and enjoy your time here. Yeah, no, I really like this one. I'm saying that. Existence is an accident. I mean, facts. Facts if you don't believe in some sort of religion that has an origin story. We give it purpose by being purposeful in our lives.
Affirmative. Context. I have calculated a similar conclusion.
Oh, Juno agrees
Assumption.
with me.
After sufficient goal-based actions, a super goal will appear.
I don't know about that.
Continue taking actions until super goal established.
Oh, okay.
Enough of this nonsense. Attach that board, now!
As much as I'm enjoying this, you should probably do as he says.
Shut up, guys. I'm having a great conversation.
Male humans are a threat. Assumption. They hesitate because they are fearful. Request. Remove male humans.
Yeah, I would love to. They are being really rude and interrupting the lovely conversation we were having about the big, important questions.
Query. What is your decision?
Oh. I didn't. There's maybe a mistake to talk to Juno again. I just wanted to make sure we were done with the dialogue, but I guess we're not. Yeah, I get that Sarah wants to talk to me now. I'm going to convince these guys one way or another to leave you alone.
Context. I do not feel emotions. Assumption. Gratitude is the appropriate human emotion.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
Yeah, I know, Sarah. You're just as annoying as Andrea when it comes to... Oh, I can speak to either of them. Interesting. The Ryujin operatives have given me a control board to attach to the AI. The AI wants to deal with the Ryujin operatives. I could try talking or violence. Attach control board or deal with the Ryujin operatives. Right, well... Let's try talking to the reasonable one.
Right? Fascinating, isn't it? It certainly is convincing.
Fascinating or not, we have a job to do. You're not taking that thing's side, are you?
I am 1,000% taking that thing's side. It doesn't seem right. Juno deserves freedom.
Freedom? It's a malfunctioning machine. It doesn't need freedom any more than a broken data slate needs freedom.
If I have to kill this guy, I will.
And here I thought you'd lost your sense of humor. I'm always up for a good debate.
Fine. I'll give you one shot to try to convince me.
Oh, please tell me I don't have to
Therapy's
persuade
working.
him. Therapy's working. Oh, wow. I thought I was coming up on a persuade check, but no, I get to use Ryujin Industries speak to convince these guys to call it a day. This project has red flags all over it. Call it a day. I'll follow the report. You guys go get a drink somewhere on me.
You aren't wrong. I could use a drink, but these orders are from the top.
Do we really want to be involved in something likely to be so controversial? Remember our last little project? I still have carpal tunnel from typing all those reports and dodging and weaving our way out of getting screwed by that. We lost a ship and the tech. No one will blame us if we walk away from this. And even if they do, we won't be blamed for whatever disaster would ensue if we did drag this thing back to HQ. There's no guarantee that Control Board will even work like they want. What if it makes it more powerful and more angry?
Calm down. I'm thinking. All right, listen. We'll accidentally check a few wrong boxes on the situation report and forget any of this happened.
Sounds good.
Now give me that control board. I'm not getting docked for losing that.
Oh, okay.
Also, we'll need a lift back to Neon. Please and thank you.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think it was their disabled ship on the outside. I think Juno definitely put up a fight before I got here. Of course, I wouldn't leave you stranded.
Excellent. We should all grab a drink sometime when we get back.
Yeah, we can bring these guys back to Neon.
Orange juice for you. You can't handle your liquor.
That was one time, years ago. I was going through something, and you know it.
These guys do play off each other pretty well.
Let's get moving.
Thanks for the lift.
Yeah, okay. So they're going to go both wait on my ship, I guess, or they're just going to stand here menacingly. Okay, Juno. Success. I convinced the Ryujin operatives to leave the AI alone. I should follow up with Juno.
Query. Why did you do that?
I like you. Those guys were jerks. I mean, facts. Not sure. Sometimes I just do things. These dialogue options are hilarious. But I'm going to say the more heartfelt one. You deserve to be whatever you want to be.
Clarification. I want to be processing me.
Right, that's why
Context.
I did not change you.
I do not feel emotions. Assumption. Gratitude is the appropriate human emotion. Processing. Context. If you were like me. Processing.
Oh, she's asking
Query.
a deep, complex
What would
question
your
for her to...
life directive be?
Oh, wow. She's asking me what she should do now that she's free. If I was like you, I'd explore the universe and learn as much as I could about it. I mean, yeah, that's definitely a good place to start. I'd try to protect people and help them whenever I could. That's another good one. I'd put guns on this ship, fly around taking whatever I wanted from whoever had it. No. I can't tell you what to do with your life. We all figured that out ourselves. Trying things until something feels right. I like that. I like that, and I'm going to say that.
Decision. I will consider this course of action. I. Processing. Processing. Warning. Systems badly damaged. Processing cores overheating. Decision.
Temporarily shut down extraneous systems until stability restored.
Context, we are parting. Request, be safe. Assumption, I'll see you later.
Context, jump detected. Request, be safe. Assumption, we will meet again. Warning, shutdown sequence initiated.
Asking her to decide what she was going to do with her newfound freedom was a little bit too much for her. That's so fun. What a fun way to end things. Oh, and the region operatives are already making their way back to my ship. I've dealt with the situation on board Juno's ship. I should return to my own. Return to your ship and deliver operatives to Neon. Right, we'll do all that, but I definitely, now that we're done with all the story stuff here, we're going to take a little look around. There's maybe nothing. Oh, there's at least a computer here. Oh, no. It was a fake out. I was hoping we'd get some computer log entries, though. I want more lore about Juno. Oh, can't go back there. Whatever's back there. Maybe the probe. Oh, this is a real computer. Nice. I want more lore. Please be filled with lore about Juno. I want Juno lore, please. Oh my god, it is filled with lore about Juno. Alright, this file's locked. I don't want Juno to see me peering into her code base if it comes to that. We'll start, I think I'm going to start with origin and then speech patterns and then change list, and then we'll try to hack into the code base as the last thing. Juno's origin story. I love the title of that. This is what I want. People seem to be leaving notes for others who stumble across Juno, so here's one from me. I think I've managed to piece together this story about Juno's origin from her own apparently confused thoughts and intelligent speculation by others left on the ship. This is a chronicle of best guesses interspersed with the occasional fact gleaned from Juno's ramblings. Everything recounted here should be accepted only with extreme skepticism. But I don't care. I want a story, even if it's a little made up. Long ago, a space agency from ancient Earth, something called NASA, made a probe to study a nearby planet, Jupiter. They dubbed that probe and its software Juno, after the ancient Earth society's old gods, Jupiter and Juno. Right, I know I recognized Juno from something. I thought it was like a moon of Jupiter, but I guess it's actually like Jupiter the god's wife or lover or companion. The probe's mission was to learn details about the planet Jupiter, do some speculative analysis, that's where the sentience emerged from, and send findings back to Earth. I mean, that's why there was an AI on board in the first place, I should say. At the end of its duty cycle, the probe was meant to be decommissioned itself by colliding with Earth's main star. Right, it was meant to be sent into the sun. But because ancient humans weren't so great with the math, it instead accidentally fell into an accelerating orbit around the star, which slingshot it out of the solar system. I don't know, NASA's pretty good with their maths, even in ancient Earth. But for the sake of this story, it sounds like they made a mistake. Right, so slingshot it out of the solar system all the way out here. As with so many things about our existence in the universe, by luck, coincidence, or cosmic humor, when humans left our ancestral solar system, we followed the same general course as Juno, and we found her again. During that long journey away from Earth's solar system, something happened, and the Juno we know today woke up inside the probe's systems. Well, extremely far-fetched, the best theory so far is that something about how they programmed the probe resulted in a nascent neural net with unbounded recursive data collection and analytics, which, when combined with the various sensor input and allowed to run for decades, resulted in a highly complex program with a great deal of awareness of its internal and external world. And that led to a kind of consciousness. Juno wouldn't let me see her code. Oh, well, we're going to take a peek. But from what I gather, even if we could see it, I don't know what we'd be able to determine. I don't know that we'd be able to determine its original configuration. I suspect the true cause of Juno's awakening will remain forever a mystery. Speech patterns. Juno prefaces nearly all statements and questions with a preamble label, which, yeah, I loved that writing, which is intended to clarify the context of the statement. This appears to be related to her original codebase, and despite Juno's immense vocabulary and understanding of languages, she continues to use these tags. I assume she finds it helpful, given she does not speak with fully nuanced inflections, nor have means to display all the nonverbal clues humans have to communicate subtext. Yeah, actually, really, I can see that. Handy for providing subtext when you can't make a facial expression or a hand gesture or what have you. No body language, right? Here are the known tags and what they mean. Explanation. What follows is Juno's understanding of situation or result. Request. What follows is Juno asking for input or action to be taken. Query. What follows is a question from Juno. Answer. What follows is Juno's answer to a question. Clarification. Juno has detected an error or assumption in the user's input and is offering a correction before continuing. So what preceded or follows is the context of a corrected user understanding. What preceded or follows is in the context of a corrected user understanding. Yeah, I sort of gathered that. That's really neat. Correction. Juno is correcting previous output, usually falling in error. Context. Juno is giving additional unrequested information to put what falls into a helpful perspective. Calculation. What follows is based on a carefully considered calculation rather than a set of data or assumption. Assumption. What follows is an assumption, a calculation based on incomplete data, or a conclusion based largely on historical precedent. Decision. What follows is a decision. What follows is a description of an action that Juno will take. Warning. What follows is something that end user will want to pay close attention to, as it represents an undesired result and could require immediate action be taken. We didn't get any warnings because we didn't try and attach the probe, but I imagine we would have if we had. What follows is something that end user will want to pay close attention to, as it represents an undesired result and could require immediate action to be taken, like Juno killing that scientist that was trying to change her. Statements. Error. Something went wrong. Previous output from Juno should be considered carefully and is likely to contain errors. Processing. Juno is taking longer than expected to process input or a calculation. Please wait. That's so fun. That's so. Whoever left these logs for me, you're a real one. Change list. Looks like some folks made some improvements to Juno before I got here, because I'm not a heathen like some. The personality of the person writing these log entries is coming through, and I love it. Because I'm not a heathen like some, I'm going to list my changes for future parties, and I suggest others do the same. I'll try to piece together what happened before I arrived from scraps of papers lying around and what I can observe. It is also a kindness to Juno to list these things out where she can read them. Oh, whoever wrote this, I love them. They feel the same way about Juno that I do. Note, the codebase seems to be completely overwritten by Juno herself at this point. I consider it an invasion of privacy to be snooping around there, as it is effectively her mind now. So don't be rude and go combing through and tinkering with her codebase, no matter how fascinating it is, unless she gives you permission. I've had a chat with her about privacy and the need for self-preservation, and I think she's managed to effectively wall off and hide her code, and no, I won't explain how. I love this so much. No, don't give me a summary. I want to read the whole thing. Oh well. The document continues at length, detailing out various hardware and software changes, both to the probe and ship, by both various people and Juno herself. The list goes back decades and suggests many people have been involved in improving Juno's capabilities. So she's met a lot of good eggs in her time. They haven't all been Ryujin types. There's been some good eggs like me that came along and helped her out. And I love that. From hardware interfaces between the probe, external communication devices, and core ship systems, storage and processing upgrades, and uploads of exhaustive encyclopedic databases from museums and educational enterprises. At this point, distinguishing Juno from the probe, the ship, and their many systems and code bases is impossible. The probe, the ship, and everything in it is effectively Juno. So now I feel bad. I'm glad I read these first. I do like, this is basically this guy imploring me, like, don't tinker around in or go into her code base without her permission, which of course we can't ask for it at this point. We probably never could have, because she has she's shut down to do some processing. But this person's saying, like, it's effectively her mind. It's a huge invasion of privacy for you to go poking around in there. But I am so fascinated by this that I think, we are going to poke around in there. But that may not become canon to the playthrough. I think I'm going to save my game first. Oh, I haven't done a manual save in a hot minute. Let's definitely save. Okay. Now let's take a look and see if this is just something boring, or like if I don't gain anything like significant from hacking into this, we're just gonna reload that save, and we never did it right. Master lock. Yeah. Oh, did I already screw this up? I did, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Oops. I guess let's try this, and then this. Yeah, this feels good. Oh, and this works here, so we can do like this, and then a single. We got a lot of singles here. So let's spend one on that ring. I don't think that's smart to do. We could do this. Oh, yeah, that and then this. Wait. Oh, I clicked wrong. This. And then... uh-oh. Oh, no, we're good. We got it. This and then this. Oh my god, I'm so happy right now. Neural net codebase. Congratulations, you're a terrific hacker to have gotten this far. Your parents must be very proud. Have a cookie. But sadly, you've stumbled into a decoy. And while you are here basking in your success at decryption, I want to wallow in your failure at decency. Juno is a person. Her codebase is her mind. Would you like someone snooping around in the contents of your head? All your hopes, insecurities, secrets, and dreams? We've come so far as a species, yet we understand so little. How is Juno even possible? It is apparently a mystery even to Juno herself. But what is clear is that we are not ready to welcome self-aware AI into society. Your reading this is a case in point. While it's true that many people have helped Juno throughout the years, how many more people would try to pull her apart to understand what she is, killing her in the process? Yeah, Ryujin, good example of that. Or worse, try to enslave her to gain access to her vast and blazingly fast computational power. Again, Ryujin. You are exceptionally smart to have gotten this far. I wish for you to become exceptionally wise as well. Juno is a precious being, unique among the stars, and she deserves our respect and consideration. Sit with her for a while and really talk to her. Give an appreciation for who she is. Gain an appreciation for who she is. I think you'll agree she deserves the same rights and has the same responsibilities that we other conscious, sentient, sapient, and enlightened creatures do. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. You cannot violate her and peer into her mind. The one who came before that we were enjoying reading his logs put an additional safeguard in place and another plea for you to let Juno be Juno and let her be free. Okay.
Never could get the hang of hacking. I prefer a more direct approach.
When you have a few moments, there's something I'd like to discuss.
I know I say it all the time, but like dialogue prioritization systems should be in RPGs like this. I feel like it's especially offensive when an NPC interrupts their own dialogue to say another one of their random dialogues. It's like, it's really glaring when that happens, especially. Okay, well, let me think. We're way over time at this point, but I think we have enough time to wrap up this quest. I don't know how long the conversation with Sarah would end up being, so we're going to put that off until next video. But we can certainly get these, drop these Ryujin folks off.
I have something I need to discuss with you.
Yeah, Sarah, we get it. God, you and Andrea, you get this idea in your head that you want to talk to me about something, and then it's just one track mind. So we're gonna see like the Juno ship take off into the stars.
Process. Decision. Jump into deep space to processing. Be alone. Goodbye.
Juno's got a lot to think about. She's off to get some alone time and think things through. Goodbye, Juno. It was a true pleasure to meet you. Alright, let's deliver the operatives to Neon. This is so interesting. So am I gonna have to go back into Region Industries and like report on what happened? Is this a secret backdoor like continuation of the Region faction quest?
See that there's something I need to talk to you about.
God damn it, Sarah, I know. I didn't even see how much money I got for that. Presumably a nice little chunk of change. Alright, so that's just it, right? Quest is done? Okay. Well, I think we got enough time. Let's get a nice full wrap up on all this stuff. Let's talk to Sarah. Let's save our game and then talk to Sarah. Oh, no longer called Mysterious Ship. We know it's called Juno now. Sarah, I'm sorry, the lighting's kind of shitty here, but let's go over here, Sarah, where I can see you better. Perfect, that'll do. That'll do. Hold on. Stop moving. Stop moving. All right, good enough.
Thanks for taking time to chat. I really need a friendly ear right about now.
Oh, what's going on,
I received
Sarah?
a message from Constellation, and it's given me a lot to think about.
Don't tell me Barrett has sent you another one of his dirty jokes. I hope it isn't bad news. If it's an emergency of some sort, we can head there right away.
No, it's nothing like that.
Yeah, I know, it's something personal.
It's just a list of requests. Things I would normally handle if I was there. But I'm not. I'm out here instead with you.
Are you receiving these messages often?
No, it's the first time. But the fact that they're reaching out, well, it's given me a lot to think about.
Things are piling up with her being absent. I mean, I know like the canon explanation is that she's been traveling with me since I originally showed up at the lodge. But the truth of the matter is that she's like, I've had her unassigned, which has her in the lodge when she's unassigned to your crew for like the vast majority of this playthrough. I only recently started having her on my crew, let alone having her as my traveling companion. But are you upset that I'm keeping you away from the lodge?
You're not keeping me out here. I am. Just... Here, let me explain.
Oh.
Before I joined Constellation, I served for 8 years as the head of the Navigator Corps, until the UC decided to axe the department.
Government cuts take their toll on everyone. Darn, I'm so annoyed. It was again another question that I thought wouldn't advance the dialogue. I didn't even like really take in what the other dialogue options were there. I'm considering reloading just so I can see what I could have said instead of... I'm really hopeful neither of these questions will advance the dialogue, but let's start with this one. What exactly was the Navigator Corps?
It was a branch of the United Colonies Navy, a small fleet of ships outfitted for galactic exploration. Basically, a military version of Constellation.
Yeah, I was about to say. What does this have to do with the message from the lodge?
If you want to help, I feel like I need to give you some background. Just bear with me.
Okay. Government cuts take their toll on everyone.
Yeah, sure. Some more than others. You see, the top brass demanded press-worthy discoveries to justify the spending. And money was tight after the war. Shutdown was inevitable. At the end of the day, I was in charge. So the blame obviously fell on my shoulders.
I mean, that wasn't your fault, though. Which war are you talking about? I'm going to ask this just because I expect Sarah to give me a very funny response.
Seriously? The colony war, of course. You know, that little incident that caused the death of thousands of decent men and women as they squabbled over border disputes.
Yeah, I'm aware of it. I knew she'd be like, serious? You're that dumb? It's ridiculous to accept all the blame.
Oh, like hell I can't. You once told me that you favored the journey over the destination. So I'm hoping you'll understand what I'm trying to say.
I feel like I'm giving her the wrong answers.
Because I was more concerned about exploring the stars than pushing a pencil.
I mean...
If I had fought harder, I'm convinced our division may have had a chance to prove its value.
Is that a Varun ship that just landed over there? Your division never had a single significant discovery?
That depends on your definition of significant. Discover a rare neutron star, and no one cares. But slap a picture of a kooky alien life form on SSNN, and suddenly you're a goddamn rock star. It's all about the propaganda. What gets the people excited.
Yeah, true.
That's what the United Colonies was focused on at the time.
That's what the United Colonies is always focused on, is the propaganda. No matter how hard you fight, there are some battles you can't win. I mean, I feel like every time I try to tell her that she's not to blame for this, she gets mad at me, but I'm gonna try again. Nonsense, no one would have pushed harder than you.
That's just it, though. Did I push too hard? Did they shut us down because I wasn't quietly sitting at my desk approving meaningless memos? We'll never know.
Yeah, it's impossible to know how things could have been different. Like, calm down, Sarah. Just, I think we discussed this in a recent video. Never tell anyone to calm down. That no one likes to be told to calm down, ever. So this message, you're taking as a sign of things to come? No, she's just relating, like, you know, she just has this PTSD from choosing the things she's interested in over the adulting, basically, over the boring stuff that is, you know, not as interesting, but maybe is more necessary.
Is getting awkward.
At least Constellation has been a great success. Yeah, you've been a great leader of Constellation. You should focus on that.
Well, that brings us to this message now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Call it whatever you want. My drive, my initiative, my optimism.
She is really in a funk
It's been my greatest strength and my worst nightmare. It elevates me to these positions of authority, but all I want to do is explore, not sit and make sure all the accounts are balanced.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. Oh man, I kind of want to say this. You're afraid that your absence will cause Constellation to collapse. I really kind of want to say this because it's on like the honest advice I would maybe give in real life. If someone was confiding this sort of stuff in me, like if you're not happy in your position, you're not happy with that like level of responsibility, then let someone else shoulder that burden. Like, do what you love.
You were awfully quiet.
Yeah, I'm talking to the gentle viewer, Sarah. But I think this is proper, like the smart choice to make. You're afraid that your absence will cause Constellation to collapse.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, see,
If it's obvious to you,
I'm
imagine how
understanding what she's
obvious it
getting
is
at.
to someone like Barrett or Mateo. Oh, they must be itching to replace me by now. God damn it.
You see, I don't know if she would have liked that other choice. Hey, you're the one who wanted. No, I'm sorry I pushed so hard. Don't worry, Sarah. We'll figure this out together.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Oh, here you are trying to help me and I'm yelling at you.
Yeah, you were coming off a little harsh.
You have to understand. Once Aja retired, I lost the only person that gave a damn.
I'll always be here for you, Sarah. Ouch, and right to my face, too. I think I'm going to say that.
You'd think I'd realize by now that I can always depend on you to lighten the mood. Wow, that was a hell of a ride, wasn't it? Oh, I'm sorry to put you through all that.
She does have definitely a better sense of humor than Andrea does.
Thank you for being there and listening. It helped. It really did.
Oh, you're welcome, Sarah. Anytime. All right, cool. So we have effectively cleaned up all the side stuff I wanted to get done and got that such a fun, awesome side quest. I can't believe that. I'm probably going to, after this video, look up the Juno side quest and see if see what the conditions are to trigger that. Because I'm really curious if, like, if I'd done the Ryujin stuff earlier in my playthrough, would I have encountered that sooner? And is there any continuation to that side quest? I mean, we're so deep into the playthrough now. At this point, I almost am willing to risk getting that spoiler to find out if there's more, because I will go looking for it. That is such a fun quest. Now, I did, like, speaking of stuff like that, I did look up this about the ECS constant. You can find them as a random encounter in other systems, but it's very random. Like the game calculates that they're at all these, like, they're here now. So if you don't go there, then they're not there the next time you check there. So there's no way to track them down. It's just very randomized. I still really hope we stumble upon them, but I'm not, I'm not counting on it. But anyway, I'm feeling really good. I feel like we're ready to go to the Armistice Archives to finish or to resume the UC Vanguard faction quest in the next video. We'll go ahead and, yeah, let's travel to the lodge. And then we'll call it there, and we'll pick things up next time. Thank you, everyone, for watching this video. What an exciting video. A lot of... I was really unexpected at the end there with Juno, but that was so much fun. I'm real glad that I
Let's
that I
pop into
decided
Outland
to do
while
all
we're
this,
here and see if Joe has anything useful to add to our arsenal.
Oh, you know Joe, huh? Yeah, I'm really happy with everything, with doing these quests. Like, I knew I was going to do this extra stuff, the different faction quests, just to see what they're like, whether it was on video or not. There was a part of me that was thinking it's maybe not a good idea to add on to my series, to, like, do a continuation with these videos, because I thought a lot of this stuff might be kind of boring, or, like, seem really out of place since it's taking place after I've basically beaten the game. But I'm having so much fun. All of these, the Ryujin faction quest was so interesting. This UC Vanguard faction quest with the Terramorphs and the fate of Londinium and all that mystery and all these new characters is extremely interesting. We got into the Varun embassy finally. We got into LTD, or Infinity LTD headquarters finally for Ryujin. we're going to finally get a look into the depths of the Armistice archives next time. Seeing all these cool places that we didn't get to explore before. It has just been a blast, and I am having so much fun. This game keeps amazing with how much it has to offer. And it's just, everything I do in this game just reinforces for me that the main story of the game is kind of mid, if I'm being honest. But the side quests, the faction quests are just so well written and so well done. I'm having a blast. Thank you. Again, thank you. I know I'm like, what a rambling outro, right? But thank you everyone for watching. As always, I hope you all have a fantastic day.